welcome to another Clojure video. So, in the last video, you might have seen something like, say, like I was executing some shell commands, and for it I used this Clojure Java shell. So that's how I just used it. So, yeah, first let me just start my report. Right. So, okay, so I just need the port number. Okay, 62515. Right. So think I'll be needing a terminal for now. Okay, right. So, okay, we just saw, okay, like how to execute shell commands, and we saw, okay, how to execute this curl command and all those things using shell and all those stuff, right? So, in this video, like, okay, and I also saw like how in not so good way, like I was extracting the content type and all those stuff, right? But if you look at this curl, right? Okay, so and if you just okay, anyway, I think I will need my terminal. Right. So terminal, okay, right? And let me just put another terminal. Right. So if I put this thing, okay, so I just do get some head. So it's better to convert this to an array, right? So this is the protocol, this is the status, this is the date. So it's sorry, not array, to a map, right? So if I just put like okay, like something okay, like and yeah, let me just show you how, right? So first let me execute it and show you. So okay, so we are going to convert this into a map. Okay, so not an array, as a map, right? So let me just execute it and show it, right? So first let me just load and evaluate current file so that like okay, I can't do that because all this stuff will get executed. So, so let me just comment this out. Now let me just load and evaluate current file. So rather than just running line by line, this will just okay. So I think yeah, it just loaded the curl headers. So let me just uncomment this one, right? And put like okay, curl headers, and yeah, it returns, right? I don't know why it just returns this empty string and nil. I'm not sure, but yeah, look, it just returns protocol and all those stuff, right? So now what I can just do is like I can do whatever I want. Maybe get the content type of it. Okay, so I can do whatever I want. So it just takes these curl headers and how to focus on terminal. I'm really not. So it just takes this entire content and just converts this into a map. Okay, so how this happens? Okay, okay, so for that, I just have these two functions. These two functions, like I just got it from Stack Overflow. Like somebody has returned excellent answer to how. Okay, if you put split and all those stuff, right? So let me just put it like str/split, and then let me just put like a colon b colon c, right? So something like that, right? And then if I just give a regular expression, right, like colon, what it does, like it splits everything. It just gets ABC. But what I just want is like I just want like to split the first one. So like so if I just put like split first, okay, come on. Looks like the AI isn't kicking in and helping me now. I don't know why. Sometimes it goes moody. Okay, so look, now I just got the A and B and C. And similarly, there is a split last. Of course, I'm not using the split last in this code, but yeah, anyway, like I have included it. uh, so that like, come on, what happened to this? Yeah, right. Come on, autocomplete. Yeah, now it's autocomplete. Yeah, it also autocompletes the answer, right? So, okay, that shouldn't be the case, right? So, yeah, yeah. So now it just splits the last one. So that's the thing. Why I needed was like, okay, once again, if okay, I think I've got curl headers over here, right? So curl headers, curl output, yeah, right. Okay, so over here, if you see somewhere, right? Okay, look, there is a colon over here, right? In this line 9, right? So there is a colon over here, and there is a colon everywhere. So I just needed to split the first one and I'm just giving this as a string. That's it. Like I'm not even bothering whether to convert this into a map and all this stuff. So right now I'm not doing that, right? So that's the thing. So that's the thing. So I just want a map where NEL is the key and this entire thing as a string is a value. So that's the thing I'm just trying to accomplish, right? So it's for that we need split first, and split class we are not using, but yeah, still like I'm just including it because it was given in this thing, right? Maybe some other video or some other project I might need it and I might take it from here, right? So yeah, so another one is like, okay, like this string to map. Okay, so the string to map, what it does is like, okay, so you just have the string over here, string to map. Yeah. So yeah, this autocomplete is even finding the answers out. Okay, right. So okay, if I just give option enter, it just does like this. Okay, so like if I just okay, so the key becomes A. That is the first thing, right? Before that's been splitted, and the last thing is BC, right? So that's the thing. And yeah, I can do something like this one, right? String to map, and of course I can invoke function uh, keyword a. So come on, yeah, not keyword. I think I need to put string, right? So, okay, right. So I think I need to put like, okay, like get a or something. Get a something like that. Yeah. So if I just put like that, I'll just get the value, right? So that's the thing. So this is very simple. So what we are just doing is like we are just splitting. Okay, so the regular expression over here is colon. So we are just splitting. So it becomes like A and B. So like and that's how it is. And even if we give some spaces and all, like okay, like even if we give some spaces over here, space, 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 and space over here, this just trims it. Okay, so this trims it. So it just splits. So split first s and regular expression. So this is the string and this is the regular expression. So it just splits. Okay, and then it just trims so that like this a space will just become a, and space b colon c space space will just become b colon c. Right? So it just trims everything. And of course, like since we are splitting it as a vector, we need to pass it to a map so that like everything gets trimmed. Okay, but of course since it's only splitting the first, there'll only be two values. Okay, so and now we are just what to say, like uh, disassembling or whatever it is, like, and we are just taking whatever that comes first as a, whatever comes first and split as a, and sorry, as k, that is the key, and whatever comes second in the split as v, that is the value. Okay, and now we are just making a map out of key and value, and we are just returning out. So that's how it is, that's how it just works. So yeah, that's how it just works. Now let me just explain this function, curl header to map. Okay, so let me just explain this. So for this I need to put this one. So okay, so the scroll header to map, what it does is like, okay, like now you've got all these lines over here, right? So and what to do? Should I? Yeah. So now we have got all these lines here, right? So this one first splits everything into by new line. Okay, so everything. Okay, so every line it just gets split. Okay, so this becomes everything becomes part of an array. So this becomes the first element of array, this becomes the second element of array, this becomes the third element of array, and so on and so forth. So the first element of array you can't pass it to string to map because look, it contains a protocol and status, and so you can't pass it. You don't have this colon, and we are going to split only with the help of colon. So that's not there in the first line, so that gets treated specially. So I'm just getting the first line over here, right? So the first of whatever it is the first line, right? And the rest has been uh, put into a variable called rest of lines. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Now, what I'm just doing is like, okay, look, now if I just split with space, the first thing will be protocol, and then the second thing will be status. So now we have got that. Okay, so yeah, we have just got that, and um, okay, yeah. So now we have got this rest of lines to map variable. Okay, so and then we have got this rest of lines. Okay, so now what we are just doing is we are taking this line and converting this into string to map. So it will become, the key will become date, and the value will become this entire thing, Saturday and all those things. Look, we are just having it as a string. Okay, we are not converting this into a date format and all those things, right? So that's the thing. Maybe that will be a later project or whatever it is, right? So or maybe a later video, or I might never do a video about it because I'm just happy with it. Okay, so right now, right? So that's the thing. So string to map, we are just doing everything. So this will just give a list of maps. Okay, so it will be something like, okay, a list of maps. That is this one. The first thing will be this date map. Okay, so the key will be date and the value will be something. Okay, the second thing will be content type map. Okay, so that's the thing, and all those things. So we are just having all those things. So now we need to merge everything. So of course the merge requires something like this one. Okay, merge and something like this one. But over here, like, we're just having a list of maps. Okay, so in order to make merge work with that, we need to give it to apply. Okay, so apply, what it just does is, look, it just takes this. Okay, it just sees, okay, look, there is a list of this. So it just kind of converts this into this one, like somewhat without a list. And now the merge gets this, all this, like as arguments, right? So that's the thing. So the first map, second map, it all comes as arguments. So that's the thing. So everything gets merged and you just get a big map over here. And with this, we just merge finally a map where we just have this protocol and status. So with the rest of lines map. Okay, so that's how it is. And yeah, and this gets returned out and we just get curl headers to map. Right? So that's how it just works. Okay, so and yeah, and finally let's look at this curl headers function. Okay, so over here you just have this URL. Okay, this URL has been passed to uh, a shell script. Okay, so where curl hyphen h, so curl with this flags like hyphen x head and hyphen I are being passed, and this will just bring out the headers over here, right? And this will be stored in a variable called, okay, this will actually return a map. If you look at the previous video, you will know. And the output will be in a key called out, that is like keyword out. And this is what we are just taking, and we are just passing it to this function curl headers to map, and that's it. We just get the map out. Okay, so that's how it is. So once we just get the map out, we can get the content type and everything. So let me just uncomment it. Okay, so let me just close this. Right, so execute it. So the first thing, we are just going for a content type for something.com. Right, so yeah, And look, my internet connection is erratic. Look, I'm in India, a third world country, so please excuse me, right? And of course, like now we have just got some SVG file, and let's look at its content type, right? I don't think I'm just taking only the content type. Okay, so and okay, so let's look at the content type of this image file. Okay, image JPEG, right? And yeah, of course, it also works with something else. I can even put like protocol status or something like that. Okay, so I can just put like protocol. Okay, since everything is every key is just text in this rest of lines map, this also I've just kept it as text. I don't want to put it as symbols and all those stuff. Right? Okay. Yeah, protocol status, whatever it is, you can just give it out. So that's how it is. I hope you would have learned something from this video, possibly enjoyed it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let's meet in next video.